Thank you for joining me today on Gigs at Home. I'm going to go ahead and address a couple things that I saw in the comments, just one moment, and then we'll get into going over the jobs that I have available for this week. So I had a comment on there where someone was like, has anybody actually found a job? And it kind of made me feel like, okay, has anybody found a job? And it made me think, wow, has anyone found a job? But if you haven't found a job already, then it must mean that I need to go over a few things with you, which would mean that we need to go ahead and update your resume, make sure that you have a phone number that they can reach you at all times, that you're checking your messages, you have an email that you're responding to, and also just making sure the resume matches the keywords that are in the job description. You can't just apply for a job if you don't qualify for it. And a lot of people are wondering about no experience necessary jobs and things like that. So I actually have dedicated a home business idea opportunity section at the end of this session. So I have 3 videos this week instead of just 2. If you'd like to listen to that video, just click the link at the end of this video and you'll be able to see the home business opportunities that I have, also freelance opportunities that I have for you that will discuss how to make your own income without having an employer that's within your area. Like if you're international and you're not sure on how to get started, there's a lot of things that you could be doing at home that you probably just don't know about. So we'll be talking about that. But right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the opportunity that we have with International Student Exchange. It's actually a job where you'll be doing some work with getting students um, signed up, high school students and families. It's a flexible position, a few hours per week for a new lifestyle. You decide what you want to do. So you place 5 students by the 15th of each month, and you get $1,500 bonus. They have other opportunities as well, but you basically are just someone that helps students and teachers connect. Um, it basically brings student exchange families to host families. So that's kind of what you're doing. You're helping people to get connected with student exchange families in the United States, and they're traveling abroad. So if you'd like to learn more about that opportunity, then it'll be posted in the link at gigsathome.blogspot.com. Also, I want to address the fact that there was someone that did say something there that I felt that was a little strange. Like, Gigs at Home is actually just a channel. It's not a website. So I want to go ahead and make that very clear. It's not a website. We have a blog set up for the free opportunities, but our ultimate goal is to provide freelance opportunities. So while we're building that up to our standards, we are at this time offering freelance work at home jobs and also work at home remote jobs for companies that we have no connection with, but we do have staff of 3 people that have worked for these companies either one way or another, or their family has. So they are tried and tested, verified companies. And any of the other jobs that we research, we know that they are a company that's been in business for 2 to 3 years. They're making income, and they're definitely a reputable business. Now, there was a comment made that we are trolling for hits, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, we're not trolling for hits. We didn't even think that people would really like our channel, and we are very appreciative of the 188 subscribers we have today. We've only been open for like a month and a half, and we do appreciate everyone that's come to the channel and provided positive feedback, and we really appreciate it. But at the end of the day, getting the job is not up to us. It's up to you as an applicant. And if I were applying for a job, I can't blame anyone for not getting it either. So I'm sure that Jonathan's comments weren't because of that. I believe that the person that made those other comments probably felt maybe a little frustrated. Maybe she sees a lot of things that don't come to fruition for some people. And we did have a collective comment that was quite long that we made back. And we might be getting some backlash for that, but we're not really caring about that, because at this point, this is a free opportunity that we're providing positive energy into the world. And unfortunately, I guess no matter what you do, there's always somebody that's not going to like you or what you're doing. So I apologize for the comment that was made as a collective comment of our staff. We're not going to remove the comment just because if there is any clapback after that, we'll probably leave it up. We won't reply back, but that's the last thing we'll say, because we're actually a company that's trying to do something for other people. There are many other work at home sites. There are even sites that come on our channel and post their link to say come to our channel, and we don't do anything about that, because at the end of the day, if you want to go to another channel and you feel they're providing value and they're providing you a great opportunity to work at home and giving you the links that you need that are pertinent to what you want to do, then by all means go ahead and go there. But we don't want to make it seem like we're like trying to be negative back to the comment that was made. It's just that it perceived us to be like one person when we're actually more than that. Gigs at Home is actually just an offshoot of our radio program that we run, which is radio2tv.com, to be quite honest. I am a DJ by day, and this is just something that we do on one of our other websites, our other ventures that we're working on to collaborate with our radio site. So just so that you know, I'm actually a DJ by day, and I do entertainment news. I'm not limited to just doing work at home jobs. I've worked at home doing radio as well as other things like telecommute jobs, data entry, email copy and paste. I've done a lot of different jobs at home, and I even run an e-commerce store as well. So it's not just limited to just work at home jobs. I've done other things. I apologize for the comments that were made there, but I think people should research what they're talking about before they make comments like that, because they really don't know. But getting back to what we came to do here, and just so that you know, that my message that I just provided was absolutely authorized by our company. I am able to say that. I've written it out and thought about it before I said it. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. Some people just don't like what you're doing. Okay, so there's actually some jobs that I'm going to go ahead and talk about today, which are Convergies. They're firmly streamed. They do work at home jobs, chat, data entry, just like in accounts and stuff like that. When people are calling in for billing, they have more than one client that they service. I used to work for Stream personally, directly, and actually they do have a work at home opportunity as well. I had a friend that worked with them at home through Convergies. The pay is usually about $9 to $12 an hour. And when you're working at home, is to be treated like an employee and not an independent contractor. And after some time, you're actually eligible for benefits. Xerox work at home. Also, they have a virtual office program that they have available, and I have the link for that. The opportunity. Sometimes they have over 100 to 500 jobs available at any given time. So I've actually provided a link on our Gigs at Home website that will provide you a direct way to get to Xerox at Home. And they have different opportunities in technical support, data entry, customer care, even benefits support agent for the actual supplemental nutritional program, which is otherwise known as SNAP or food stamps. They actually do have a job doing that as well. You make up to $15 an hour. So I would highly recommend, if you're like somebody that's had corporate type jobs before, customer care, customer service, technical support, data entry, to apply with Xerox as well. They are a good company, and they actually do hire you on as an employee. United Health Group is a company that I used to work for as well remotely, and they have a great opportunity right now working at home. I was under a contract before they became United Health Group, so I was pregnant, so I didn't want to go on further. They're a good company to work for. They do provide paid lunches, and they have benefits and everything, so I think it's a good company to work for. And I have a link as well for work at home jobs provided by United Health Group. And most often, sometimes they even say no experience necessary. So people should really, look into some of these jobs. If you have a high school diploma, high-speed internet access up to 5 megabytes is usually the average requirement that most of these jobs want. Sometimes some of these companies will provide an internet allowance. Sometimes they won't. So it just depends on what company you're working with. There's also a job with CVS Pharmacy. They actually do have customer care support representative jobs. And as long as you have some sort of customer service experience, like say you have 4 years experience in customer care, you don't have to be a medical representative and medical to work for CVS. So a lot of people just don't understand that you can use that experience that you already have and use it towards another job now. It used to be back in the day you couldn't do that. You had to have medical experience or else you could not work there. And at this time, I currently work for a company that does transportation. I don't work at home all the time. I do have a job that I work with SigTrack, and then I actually do have a job, traditional job that I'm working to. So I have 2 jobs, just so that you know. Also, there's work at home with Aetna. I used to work with Aetna as well. They do have a work at home job available in their provider relations as well as customer care and support positions and data entry. And the pays from anywhere from 12 to 15 bucks an hour. So that's their starting pay is at $12 most often, depending on what type of position that it is. And at the least, it'll be $10. So from 10 to about 15 bucks an hour is the range of amount of pay you'll probably get with Aetna. So another work at home job is through Microsoft. They do have a telework program, and they have anywhere from customer relations, advertising, just different work at home remote positions that they have available. So right now I'm going to go ahead and let you go because I kind of let it go over the 5-minute mark. So I will be coming back in a few moments with some other traditional work at home jobs. I have 30 work at home jobs that are available. But right now, I'm just going to talk about my top 5 that I would highly recommend to apply immediately. So when I come back, we'll talk about some jobs I have available, which are 100 eBay work at home jobs. And it'll be a work at home review with a certain company that I have in mind that actually does have a lot of work at home international jobs as well. So this will be our international U.S. Jobs opportunity with 100 work at home jobs with eBay or with Amazon. So thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back in a few moments. And this is definitely a program you want to go ahead and tune into because we're going to be talking about how to work at home without little or no investment. And you'll be a freelancer working at home, either internationally or US based. So I thank everybody for coming to Gigs at Home. I appreciate all the positive feedback that we've been getting from the people that do like what we're doing. And you won't be hearing any more about that situation anymore. I apologize that it went on for just the moments that it went on for during this session. I kind of cut down the time that I could have been talking to you about jobs. I do apologize. But unfortunately, I am the kind of person, I just want to be honest about how I feel, and they let me know how they felt. I just want to let them know that we're going to keep doing what we're doing, providing work at home jobs for people. And also, just so that you know, in the next session, I have an announcement to make about our work that we're doing right now on our website, which is gigrand.com. We're going to be redesigning it. And we'll also be updating some options for, for people to post jobs there that are looking for freelancers like yourselves. And once we get everything taken care of, we'll be giving you more information as it comes. But right now, we're just going to enjoy the moment and what we're doing now, which is Gigs at Home. We'll be right back in a few moments with some more work at home jobs. And also a few reviews about some of the jobs and how to get the work at home jobs, doing the right resume for the right job. And sometimes that means sprucing it up and changing it. So we have a couple of swipe files for you. Every week we'll have a different, swipe file for you. This week we'll be actually uploading that on Monday, just to have a couple of different variations of technical support and customer service. And it'll just give you an idea of what type of resumes people want to see, and just the kind of thing that we would highly recommend verbiage used on certain resumes. And you'll see us talk about that in our resume builder section. So that's something that we've been wanting to do anyways for quite some time, to ensure that you get 95% of the jobs that you're looking for, whether it be traditional or work at home. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back in a few moments. But until then, we want to thank all the 180 subscribers. We've only been in business for about a month and a half as far as really definitely creating new content all the time. And we really appreciate you coming to Gigs at Home. And just so that you know, this channel actually has its own URL, and we'll be updating the URL so that it's easier to remember, and it'll just be easier for you to get here every week. And if you already aren't a subscriber, please go ahead and like the video if you liked it, and also subscribe to our channel, Gigs at Home. And thank you so much for coming by. We'll be right back in a few moments with some more work at home jobs. And if you'd like to get the full list of all 30 work at home jobs, please go to our blog, which is gigsathome.blogspot.com. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day, and happy job hunting. Thank you.